Hello, and this is the President's Update Special Edition, wearing my Jersey Thursday Penn State outfit. I wanted to follow up a little bit from our all-campus meeting on our plan to build a strong and sustainable future at the college. It's really at the heart of the new strategic plan that we're building. Our team has done well. Latest enrollment reports from the state indicate that slightly under half of the community colleges have found their way to some enrollment growth this year. And I'm very proud of what the team has done. We grew. Now, that also puts us in a space called continuous enrollment, so that our students are never more than a few weeks away from starting the road to their future with NSCC. We're looking in the second 8 weeks for 130 students and 15 FTE. But more importantly, we're looking to do it as a college, not just a group of people in the C Wing. And we're looking to learn how to do it so next time we do it better. We have some metrics and a dashboard, so I appreciate Todd and the IT group putting this up there for us to be able to map our progress. If you look at the road ahead, a lot of people predict, they call it a precipitous fall, the ledge, where high school students just stop or dive down. But in Northwest Ohio, we're going to see some increases through 2022, a more gradual decrease down to 2029, and then another boomlet. So there is opportunity in the high school market as well as unexplored territory in the adult market. I believe that innovation is a real key for us to do better. So innovation, not in the disruptive way, for example, let's put all our courses online and we'll just grow online. Well, one of our sister schools is doing that right now. I think we would prefer to learn how to do the things we already do well better. I would say innovation is really about knowing best practices, finding the proven best practices from SSLI or from the EAB work that we do. It's taking those best practices and contextualizing them to Northwest Ohio, where they can make a difference. And it is being supported by others. In our case, the group of people that subscribe, community colleges that subscribe to EAB, and the group of community colleges in the Student Success Leadership Institute. Innovation for us is about getting to scale and having the high impact that we want. So our hard work is rewarded in ways that help us in our long-term goals. I've talked a couple times now about crawl and walk and run. We grew. So we learned how to crawl. We learned how to do a little bit of movement, and we'll soon get to walk. Some of our sister institutions in Ohio are growing at 4, 5, even 6%. That's walking territory. And then we'll get to sustainable, and we will clearly be an institution that is able to know where enrollments come from and how to get students through those enrollments to their educational purpose with a credential or a degree. I am fully confident that we can do this work. It's really a matter of just thinking it through and doing it together. So we are becoming sustainable as an institution, and I'm just so proud of the work ahead. Now, what are those best practices? How do we contextualize them here? Well, these are things we should think through as we build the strategic plan. So here's some thoughts on that. We are basically moving from an institution that transacted with students, a number, your NSCC number, to really a relational model, building a relationship. And we don't just visit the community occasionally to tell them who they are. We have a high continuous engagement model with rotaries and chambers and groups and being active all the time. And there's an old Doris Day song called Que Sera Sera, whatever will be, will be. Well, when we were a single source institution, that was fine. But today, we have to adapt for our students We know they're going to have a life plan that includes not being with us every now and then. So we plan for life happens. We were a self-navigating space. You have to figure it out. But today it's guided pathways. And we tend to have a traditional focus of 2-year degrees or 1-year certificates. But today we're becoming a place that does 9-week call center programming and a lot of other short-term things as well. We'll serve whatever the community needs because that's who we are. We did do kind of a semester, come to us once a semester, but most educational institutions are today continuous enrollment. As I said before, we were single source. It's us or you don't go. But today we're in a hyper-competitive space where lots of people, now much easier than some urban spaces where there's 20 or 30 alternatives. Our alternatives here are smaller. And I think because we've not really had to kind of market and get students, we've tended to build systems that serve us. It's a very natural tendency. It's not a critical judgment. It's a natural tendency of an organization. And we really need to reshape some of those systems to be more customer driven or student friendly or student facing, whatever words you like to use, but they really need to be about the student. We were rewarded up until 2013 for the BIZ model, if you listen to our EAB partners, the butts in seat model. But today, performance is just as much about finishing the plan as it is coming to class. So giving scholarships to high performing students seems like an expense on the one hand. It's like, well, you're giving that money out as tuition. But understand, every time that student gets a grade of A through C, we get money in, state support for instruction. Every time that student gets to 12, 24, 36 and completes a degree, we get state support for instruction. So kind of rethinking our fiscal model, understanding that we're rewarded in multiple ways. And lastly, communication. So if you're in, let's say, my age range, paper and email and Facebook are all good things. So if we're doing adult learners that are a little bit older, those are great. But frankly, today, if you're going to recruit that younger market that we showed in the graphic of the high school market, that college credit plus market that we're getting more and more of, we have about a 10% conversion rate in our service area. And can we get that to 15 or 20? Well, that's really about geofencing and video and text and all kinds of other things that, Snapchats that maybe someone like me may not normally be attached to. So we have to be a multi-platform institution to be able to serve the entire community. I do want to point out that we have a strong strategic planning committee. They've done a great job, lots of green lights from 16 to 20. We're going to build a new plan from 20 to 23, a 3-year plan. And I look forward to seeing you. We're going to have a thank you event on October 22nd. And maybe if things work out right, we may have some blue dots for you to put on a page. Give us your thoughts as we prepare the plan for the next 3 years at this institution. I am so, so very proud of the hard work that we do every day. And it is so rewarding to see that work have fruition in stronger metrics and stronger rewards. And I know full confidence that we will continue on a path that will lead us to stronger sustainability as an institution. I am grateful to serve as your president. Have a great day.